Welcome to day 13 of the CrossFit Liverpool 30-day handstand challenge. Today we're going to focus on increasing your crow pose, your crane pose, to see if we can get those arms a little bit straighter. Just getting into that habit now of repeating kind of like your balance work, your freestanding work and your wall work. What we need to start off with, nothing different. We're going to warm up your shoulders, you're going to warm up your wrists, and you're going to warm up your hamstrings. So we'll stick with your loaded mobility for your standing straddle stretch. We'll do 3 rounds. For your buy-in, we're going to focus on 2 movements that we've already done, which is the pike scapular push-up. We're also going to do hollow holds. The other movement that we're going to do is a progression for press to handstands. Now your goal with this is you might be limited with your flexibility, as you're going to go into a deep compression position. So wherever we can get your hands, you're going to rock wherever we can get your hands directly beneath your shoulders with your shoulders over your fingers. Now, for some of us, we might have to bend our knees if we struggle with our flexibility a little bit. And our goal is to try and pop our hips over our shoulders. Now, if you do struggle with your flexibility like me, you can go into a straddle position, and that should be a little bit easier. Again, up onto your toes. If you can do it with a straight leg, brilliant. If you can't, don't worry. A little bit of a bend of the knee. Your eventual goal is to be able to get your hips directly over your hands directly over your fingers, and then to lower down as slowly as possible. So we're going to do 10 pike scapular push-ups. We're going to do 5 either straddle or pike lifts with your hips over your shoulders, and then we're going to do a 30-second hollow hold. We'll just do that. So for our skill work, we're going to work on crow pose or crane pose. Trying to increase the duration that you're holding for. Now, for me, I'm getting anywhere between 20 to 30 seconds. If you're struggling to increase that number, increase the number of sets that you're doing. So let's say, for example, we did 3 to 4 sets last time. We'll do 4 to 5 sets this time. If you're managing to increase the amount of time that you're holding for, maybe stick to that 3 or 4 sets that you're holding for. Again, focus on trying to get your knees a little bit higher up your elbows. Try and focus on keeping your heels tucked towards your bum, and try and focus on slowly starting to lock out those elbows and controlling with your fingers. So for your workout, we're going to introduce 2 new exercises. First one is going to be trying to develop core strength with straight arm strength. It's going to be a progression towards a planche, but like I say, any straight arm strength is really going to help you. What we're going to focus on is going to get into a push-up position. We're going to think about where your elbows are. We're going to go into nice gymnastics position or gymnastics push-up position with your toes pointing behind you. You're then going to try and keep your arms as straight as you can, lean your shoulders over your hands. Drag your toes along the floor by learning to use your abs. So we're going to go push-up position, heels together, lean over, pull in, abs nice and tight, draw the knees into the chest, and if you can, Lift your toes off at the end. Again, if you can't lift your toes off, just try and pull your knees as close in towards your chest as physically possible. Big things that we're focusing on is keeping your arms nice and straight. You're going to do 5 of those. We're then going to go into a gymnastics bird dog. So for a gymnastics bird dog, we're going to lie on the floor, arms nice and out in front of us, and then we're going to lift one shoulder off the ground, opposite leg off the ground. And that's going to be 1 repetition. Things that you're thinking about is squeeze one glue at the same time as squeezing the opposite shoulder blade together. And you're not trying to lead with your heel, you're trying to reach your leg away from you and then draw. Imagine like you're trying to draw a line on the wall with a paintbrush between your toes. So you're just trying to draw back and behind you rather than kicking upwards with your heel. And we're going to do 10 repetitions. 1 repetition though is going to be both sides. So it's going to be 1, 2. So 5 tuck planche drags into 10 gymnastics bird dogs.